Hey guys, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. So, if you remember my season 15 video about why does Zane need a scuba suit, I mentioned that there was a theory that a lot of people made, and it's called the downgrade theory, where basically that Zane's titanium form is a downgrade instead of an upgrade. And I could absolutely see some stuff into this theory as well. Well, let's take a look at both Zane's human form and his titanium form. His human form it looks exactly like his friends, with yellow skin, an exoskeleton, and he does have an interior, but it's mostly just filled with gears and wires. And then for some reason that interior changed in season 3. There is still gears and wires, but his power source was right here instead of like right here. I think his power source was last time. Um, and and the main argument for I think I've seen before that I could come up with is that he doesn't really get super abused, because remember Zane abuse. He doesn't really get super abused until after he becomes titanium. And it's not just the fact that we have more seasons in his titanium form. It has nothing to do with there's just been more seasons. Well, that definitely has a reason to play into it, but it's not like a superficial factor. Blech, couldn't find the right word. But basically, in the older seasons, he was not abused at all in the pilots. He did go through some psychological trauma with home, with being bullied and finding out he's a robot and basically becoming depressed. And he does get part of his face cut almost off by the Great Devourer's tail. And then in season 2, there's really nothing much in the. He keeps having the side of his face shocking him, which again, that's not really that big of a deal. He does have a little bit more psychological trauma after seeing his father again, even though he thought he passed away. And that's really about it. Oh yeah. And then we get to season 3, in which, he's critically injured during a battle, and you know, and then he's eaten by the glowy bugs, or starts to get eaten by them. And then we get the big one. He dies. Yeah, that one was definitely the big one. That was the big one of his human form. He fucking dies, which is. But then it starts to really ramp up around season 4, with him going through a goddamn identity crisis, not knowing who he is, and and suffering a nightmare of his dragon until he redeemed himself. If season 5, he gets whacked on the head and basically messes up his voice box, even though it did lead to some funny moments. But again, that was about it. In season 6, he was trapped for about half of the season in the Sword of Souls, or the Jin Blade, whatever you want to call it. And then in season 7, well, Day of the Departed, he had to fight Cryptor. He had to fight Cryptor, but he didn't really get superbly damaged in that fight. Oh yeah, in season 5, he also got electrified by Jay again. I just remembered that. Some of these I may have forgotten, okay. And in season 7, he gets booted offline for 2 episodes because of a chronics, and that was really it. Season 8, he nearly dies again at the hands of Mr. E, and kind of went through some psychological trauma, but never officially came to light, as it was a scrapped concept. Damn you, Hagmans, for that. Damn you. I love you, but sometimes you make mistakes. Then in season 9, he basically had to go through psychological trauma of being in a wasteland. And then in season 10, he doesn't really get any trauma at all. Maybe if you want to count him being concerned for Pixel, but I don't know. And then in season 11, he basically sacrifices himself to become the Ice Emperor, and he actually sees sort of that visions coming of him being the Ice Emperor, and a sphere coming into him, so psychological trauma. And basically, as I said, he becomes the Ice Emperor and basically commits a genocide of the Eddie's people, or Crag's people. And then in season 12, he nearly gets electrocuted to death by that thing, this portal that the mechanic made for Unagami to travel into the real world. And then in season 13, he doesn't really get anything. So, yeah, his abuse really started to get rampant around the time he became Titanium. And I remember there was actually a description as well that said that he has rebuilt himself, but he now has weaknesses. He's more prone to being hacked, he is more prone to getting injured, and he's more prone to getting shocked because titanium is a metal which attracts electricity. So, yeah, this does not seem like a good move or a smart move that Zane made. I don't know why they decided to make him titanium in the first place. I don't know why the Hagmans or Tommy decided to make Zane titanium when they could have just rebuilt him as human again. I really don't understand that now. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think that Zane's titanium form is actually a downgrade of his human form? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to receive every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!